All right, guys. This video is to help with the question that you are working, asking about a teacher put 477 marbles into 9 containers. She put the same number of marbles into each container. How many marbles did the teacher put in each container? So if the teacher starts out with 477 marbles and puts them into 9 different containers, really what that teacher is doing is splitting up those marbles into different containers. So when you're splitting something or you're sharing something, that's going to involve division if you're trying to do it equally. So I'm going to go through the steps on how to solve this division problem using does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers to help us. So our first step is does. I'm going to be doing that in red. Does, first step is divide. So we're going to see how many times 9 can go into 4. And to do that, you can write your 9's multiplication facts to help you figure it out. So 9 times 1 would be 9. 9 times 2 would be plus 9 more, which would be 18. 9 times 3 would be 27. If you add 9 more to that, 9 times 4 would be 36. If you add 9 more to 27, and 9 times 5 would be 45. If you add 9 more to 36. But we're seeing how many times the 9 can go into the 4. 9 times 1 is already 9. That's too big, and it goes over the number 4. So we have to go 0 times. After we divide, we have to multiply. I'm going to be doing that in green. For McDonald's, means multiply. 9 times 0 equals 0. So I'm going to write a 0 underneath the 4. Next is serve, which stands for subtract. So I'm going to subtract 4 minus 0. That's going to give me 4. Next step is I'm going to compare or check my numbers. And the reason you want to do this is because you want to make sure you went the most times you can into that number. So you're going to check and make sure the number you got after you subtract it is smaller than the number that you're dividing by, the divisor. If this number is smaller than the number you're dividing by, then the comparison works, the check works, and you can move on. If the number you get down here is bigger than the number you're dividing by, there's a problem. That means you didn't multiply by enough times and get as close as you can. So after we check, we're going to bring down the next number. That's what burger stands for. So we're going to bring down the 7. So I'm left with 47. And we're done with the steps, so we're going to start over and keep going. So we're going to start with divide. So we want to know how many times can 9 go into 47. And this is why it's helpful to write your multiplication facts to the side, because it'll help you out. 9, the thing that's going to get me closest to 47 so far is 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try 9 times 6 to make sure we can't get closer without going over. 9 times 6 would be 45 plus 9 more. So that would be 54. But 54 is too big. That goes over 47. So we have to stick with 9 times 5 right here. 9 times 5 is going to get us closest to 47 without going over. So now we're going to move on to the multiplying part. 9 times 5 was 45. So I'm going to write 45 underneath the 47. Next step is subtract for the serve here. So I'm going to do 47 minus 45, which would give me 2. 7 minus 5 is 2, and 4 minus 4 is 0. Next step is to check and make sure our number at the bottom is smaller than the number we're dividing by. 2 is smaller than 9. So that means we got as close as we can. We can't have any more groups of 9. And our last step is we're going to bring down the next number. The 7's our last number to bring down. So now I'm going to start with back at the top with division. I need to know how many times 9 can go into 27 without going over. And if I look at my 9 multiplication fact, 9 times 1, 2, 3 was exactly 27. You can get exactly that number, but you can't go over. So I'm going to stick with 3. 9 times 3 was, if we go to our multiplication step, 9 times 3 is 27. So I'm going to write 2 and 7 here. And next we're going to do our subtraction step. That's what's next here. 27 minus 27 gives me 0. And I'm comparing 0 for the cheese step. 0 is less than 9. So we're good. We got as close as we could. And there's no more numbers to bring down. So we are finished with our question. Our quotient is going to be 53. And remember, quotient's the answer to a division problem. So your answer should have been 53. Hopefully this video helped you with the steps on how to work through this problem. And we can check and make sure that's the correct answer by multiplying our quotient times what we're dividing by. When you multiply the number you're dividing by times your answer, it should give you the number on the inside. So I'm going to do that really quick to check my answer. So I'm going to do 53 times 9 and see if it gives me 477. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 2 more, 46, 47. So my answer, when I checked it, I got the number that we're started with, our total. And so that tells me that my answer is correct. When I multiply the number I'm dividing by times my answer, I should get the number on the inside. Hopefully this video helped you, and I hope you're ready to practice some more division problems.